Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
There we go. Hello everybody, welcome to the Alpha Pro Series. Hope you guys are doing well. Stuff there. Today we've got a good one for you. It is going to be Vanya versus Cuddlebear. Well, I'm excited to get into it. Both these players pretty good. Just making sure we're all set to go for the first game in the series. Going to be played on here on Triton. Good. I'm excited to get into it here, and make sure both players are ready to go. Been kind of an interesting day. We've got Home Story Cup finishing up for the day. Seen some good StarCraft matches there, but also seeing some of these players play. It's gonna be exciting. I think we should have ourselves a fantastic series. There we go. It is going to be a TBZ Best of 9 series. You know it's going to be good. You know it's going to be action-packed. Especially two of these big defining players, so should be good. Go. Without further ado, though, let's go ahead and jump in. Game number 1, and get ourselves a good old-fashioned TVZ. Go in here. Minute. Alrighty, let's get into it. Alright. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, playing as the Green Terran from Alpha X. Give it up. It is Cuddlebear. And in the top left, in the red, playing as the Zerg pieces. Give it up. It is Vanya. Alright, already starting things off to a spicy beginning. We have Cuddlebear going into a 3 racks Proxy Reaper opening. Of course, on Triton, a bit longer rush distance. We do see the Overlord just going across here for Vanya, not expecting anything too cheesy to start things off with, but in other words, from Cuddlebear himself, he's like, you know what, let's open it up a little cheeky. Get that early win going off. So it is a hatch first play coming out from Vanya, going into the spawning pool, getting that all set up, whereas Cuddlebear looking to put the hurt on. Going into Marines actually behind this, so no gas opening. Very interesting. Would be interested to see kind of how he ends up playing this out. Actually, a second, get some minute. Sound. Move sound. There we go. That should be a little bit better. Okay. Alrighty. We do got the bunker coming down already here for Cuddlebear. Gonna start attacking onto the natural. A couple links are going to be made for Vanya, though. Behind this, he is going to go into the Roach Warren. But will he have enough here to defend against us? So far, 3 Marines are here. More Marines on the way, making 3 at a time. Does get very dicey for Vanya, but you know, with more links coming in here, just trying to make sure that everything is secure. Does get one of the SCVs. Looking to get another one, but with the Queen out, with the links, has a little bit better shot to actually holding this. He is having to sack the natural for a little bit here, but if he does want to survive, needs to continue putting on this pressure, waiting, trying to hold off as long as he can to get those roaches out. Once those roaches do pop out, I feel like he's going to have an easier time focusing down onto the Overlord. Wants to try to supply block as much as possible, but Vanya already has enough supply. Doesn't have to worry about it too much, but more and more Marines streaming across the map here. Finally, the roaches have popped out. We are going to see them start to be a little bit more useful. So you're going to go into a couple of Ravengers. Natural is getting taken down, so that does kind of suck for Vanya, but since Cuddlebear is still sitting here onto one base, it shouldn't have too much issue. We're actually going to see a couple of those barracks lift up, so not fully committing to this, but you know what, it still has the opportunity there to continue to put this pressure on. Is at least putting Vanya at a little bit of a disadvantage. The Revengers trying to find a good spot to actually attack onto this, throwing a couple corrosive biles onto these bunkers, just trying to eliminate as much of their potential as possible. There are still a couple SCVs here, and they are going to be healing these up, but eventually these Ravengers will be able to take this down. Barracks are floating across the map. We do finally see a bunker at home just in case. Factory on the way as well, but Cuddlebear is still sitting on one base. Does he end up going for a natural? Does he just kind of commit to one base here? I feel like you almost have to with this position, especially now that Vanya has kind of broken this, been able to kind of put a stop. There we go. Alright. Bunker's actually going to be sat down once again. Going to start sending across a few more units. And you know what? There's still quite a bit of roaches left over here for Vanya. Cuddlebear might be in a little bit of trouble. A couple SCVs will see that there is at least an attack coming across the map. These Marines might have a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a hurt against this, but if you can get the Cyclone out, if you can get a tank or anything out, that might be good to kind of stop this. So we'll see how that ends up playing out in this. We have the CC finally coming down for Cuddlebear, and behind this, just trying to get some kind of production, something coming across the map over here for Vanya. Vanya going to go ahead and return home. Not looking to fully commit onto the rebound, but does see that the barracks are floating back. Third base can be taken out for Vanya as well, and shaping up to look pretty good for Vanya. We'll see how he ends up kind of playing this out. Getting that third base is going to be really nice for him, just able to see exactly what, or to get more of the larvae coming through, to be able to do a little bit more stuff. Now, I like this play from Vanya, actually going into the Spire Tech behind this, and, you know, normally with as many Marines that Cuddlebear is going for, he doesn't have a whole lot of anti-air in his mineral lines, right? He doesn't have any turrets, he doesn't have anything like that that would really be able to do much on this. So let's see how he ends up kind of playing this out. I do like the Cyclone play though, just trying to eliminate whatever units possible. Doesn't get the Ravager though. Barely doesn't have enough there. Banshee plays coming out here actually from Cuddlebear, and you know, I don't know if you know this, but Banshees are not good against mutas. They just do not do that good against them, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Cuddlebear finds himself out of this situation. 8 mutas are on the way, however, so we'll see. Can he do something with this? +1 for those mutas, and yeah, still no Evo eBay for the Terran. Just mainly Marines, a Banshee, and a Siege Tank. Yes, it'll be very nice against going across to attack, but when these mutas come, destroy your mineral line, and has those roaches at home, you're going to find yourself in some trouble here. So the mutas is going to make it across the map. before Cuddlebear can really even get halfway. And this is not going to be good. We pick up a siege tank here for free. And yeah, if you're Cuddlebear, do you come back home? Do you just go across the map? It looks like he is going to go ahead and just go back across. He's got a couple of SCVs to help with this, but does he just build well, he can't even build bunkers. Just use them as a meat shield. Ravagers are here. Gonna crucify onto this army. Does miss the Marines actually though. The Ravagers will have to back up. Siege tank is gonna siege up here onto the low ground by the hatchery. These Mutas trying to find some ploy in here. Won't actually get the tank, but these Mutas starting to fall fast. The drones having to be pulled to try to stop this, and it looks like he will hold it for the time being. Even going to get the medevac here, and now Cuddlebear in a little bit of trouble. He is still getting Marines, he's got tanks and everything else coming through here, but does he have enough to actually deal with this impending force coming across the map? Finally, he is going to build some turrets. You see additional barracks being pulled down as well as another CC, so going into that third CC finally behind this. Even gets the Banshee. What a good play there. Go. Alrighty, some Mutas are going to come in here. Going to start trying to put some pressure onto this natural. But with the missile turrets already there, we'll have a little bit of trouble trying to poke in as much as possible. Does lose one of the Mutas, so a couple more Mutas going to come in. And Vanya will have to back up. Ready behind this. Now, this is actually forcing Cuddlebear to kind of stay at home for the time being. We'll see, does he continue to hold on to this, or what does he do? Turrets in the main base, and we'll be able to kind of defend this even more. Does get the kill on the SCV building at third CC, so that's nice. He's going to delay at third even longer. We'll see, can he continue to put something on with this? Now, the thing I really like here from Vanya is he's really just forcing Cuddlebear to stay at home. Isn't allowing him to really expand or do too much. Getting a couple of kills as well, which is really nice. Able to back up before really taking too much damage. Mutapack getting really big now here for our Zerg player. Actually at 15 with 14 roaches standing by here. Looking very scary here for our Terran player. There are quite a bit of tanks though for our Terran though. Is that 4 tanks, 20 Marines? Really be able to do too much against this force coming out from Vanya. Alrighty. Roaches are sitting at home for the most part. Start walking across. I don't like this though. They're kind of moving single file at this point. There are quite a bit of Mutas here, but I don't think there's enough to defend really what was coming across. With the roaches, should be okay. Base just gotta be careful. Alright, fourth base is trying to come down here for Vanya. Will get cancelled. The Mutas trying to get on top of everything. The tanks in the back getting pretty low. Looks like the roaches will be able to push through. The Ravagers as well getting on top of those tanks. The Marines having to back up here. The Mutas trying to get on top of the medevacs, but these Marines is able to push everything back. And now Cuddlebear on the run once again as Vanya making his way across the map. These Mutas are getting a little low though, so he needs to be careful. But I think he has enough here to actually go across and just finish this. There's a tank up here on the high ground trying to get on top of everything. GG. And Vanya is going to take game number 1 here. Jeez. What a nice first game there from Vanya. Just defending things really well, especially with that kind of early aggression coming out. Able to just finish things off. I like it. Hoping, you know, we'll see some more plays like that. I think definitely if Vanya would have continued to just be in the macro game from the beginning instead of having to deal with that, would have been a little bit easier. But definitely some good stuff all around. Peace. Right. So, game number 2. Here we go. Yeah. You go to EU, right? Ready. Stuff. See if we can get into game number 2. Is Cuddlebear's map pick, I believe, so we'll get into that. Make sure, guys, if you haven't already, to use the Matcherino codes for today's event. Okay. Go.com/tournaments and use the Matcherino code APS130. Add 50 cents for free to the prize pool. Players. To follow Alpha X on Twitter, Alpha X SE2. Going on. The old game decided to freeze up on me, so should be just a second. Okay, there. That. Cross. Mod. Fight the game. There we go. Alrighty, game number 2, guys, going down. And it's going to be here on Acropolis. I'd love to see Cuddlebear play a standard game, or, you know, if he is going to do some kind of cheese, maybe change it up, do some Reaper play or something like that. Was doing a really good job there of actually kind of holding Vanya back for a while, but just was not able to overcome the Muta Roach play there. I think if he maybe maybe if he would have just went across intact with what he had, might have done a little bit better. But I guess also by the time he got over there, there's just too many roaches and mutas really do too much with it. So we'll see how it ends up going here in game number 2 in Cuddlebear. Make his comeback. We'll see Vanya go up 2-0. Let's find out. Alrighty, guys. Here, without further ado, in the bottom right, in the green, playing as the Terran, it's Cuddlebear. And in the top left, in the red, is the Zerg player known as Vanya. Right, so game number 2 should already be coming off to a spicy start. We have again Cuddlebear going for the 2 racks play. Time still no gas, so it's not going to be Reapers. Going to be Marines once again, and you know, I guess Vanya may not expect 2 times in a row for the crazy plays to be happening, but we will see what ends up happening. Again, Vanya just scouting with Overlords, so by the time any of these Overlords get there, won't know that it's been a proxy. It's very interesting. We do have a refinery finally coming down, so potential there for some Reaper plays. Oh no, it'd be really interesting to see. This Overlord though. Oh, the Overlord will see this eventually. Will it be too late though? There we go. Alright, so Cuddlebear does see that the Overlord is here. Oh, Vanya sees this as well. Vanya already sees that it is going to be the double barracks opening once again. Supply depot is coming down for Cuddlebear. Automatic drone pools to try to stop this. And the bunker trying to come down. Gets the cancel. Second bunker trying to come up here. But Vanya already on top of it all. The Marines finally out here for Cuddlebear. Trying to push this back to get enough to get the bunkers up and rolling. If you're Vanya, you gotta be thinking, oh, okay, not this again. Already making a few links to try to stop this and try to hold this. Does Vanya just go for the Roach Warren again? It doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just going to be a... this is going to be links coming out here with the Spine Crawler. Having to pull all of the drones to try to stop this, but the Marines in the back able to kind of hold on for the time being. Just killing off a few lings at the moment. I've been able to take down 1 drone. But yeah, Cuddlebear definitely not off to a good start here, as they're just going into the 2, not the best. He's got a factory follow-up behind this. For the time being, just trying to hold Vanya in place. And yeah. Very good. We got CC coming down now here for Cuddlebear. Realizes that he's probably not going to be able to get the natural, but can at least contain Vanya for the time being. And does... okay. I was going to say, does Cuddlebear go for the mech play? But it does look like he's going to go for the bio play behind this. Starport follow-up. 3rd CC already on the way here for Cuddlebear. So getting a little greedy. But I guess if you have your opponent contained like that, you should be okay for the time being anyways. Alrighty. So Cuddlebear gonna back up with his Marines. Still a couple of Queens and the Spine Crawler gonna be able to start pushing this back even more. The barracks just looking and seeing exactly what his opponent's doing at this point. Gonna be a Hellion follow-up. And, you know, Fusion Core on the way. So, really interesting. This, of course, is going to be seen here from Vanya. And, yeah. You're going to know it's the BC play. Automatically starting more Queens. 3rd base is already here for Vanya as well. And this is looking pretty interesting. Like, it's really curious that, you know, I guess Cuddlebear was just trying to hold things back long enough to be able to get out the BCs. But unfortunately, he just wasn't able to hold out long enough. The fact that he didn't really have any Marines at home either. Wasn't able to stop the scouts, so Vanya knows exactly what's coming his way. Alrighty, Roach Warren on the way now for Vanya. We do see Spore Crawlers going down in all of the bases just for that extra defense, as well as the mini queens. So far at 6 queens, more coming. Here comes the first BC, about halfway done now. So it should be arriving anytime. I do like the Hellion drop coming through. Just continuously trying to put more and more pressure on. So far, 11 drones have been killed. Very good pickup here, actually. Gonna get a couple of more. And gonna have a total of 14 drones go down. So not the worst. Additional factories are going to go down, so it does look like Cuddlebear is going to go into mech. Really interesting. Already enough Hellions as well to kind of ward off any of these lings, but if you are Vanya, what do you go for? He's going to go into a Spire tech and potentially go into those mutas once again, or even go into the Greater Spire, get the Corruptors, the Broodlords, and stuff like that. Now, this is being played on the new patch, so things have changed a little bit. You know, your Broodlord Infestor isn't going to be as strong. We have been seeing Broodlords and stuff, and Infestors still being used, being able to kind of shut some things down, but we'll see what Vanya ends up going for. Alright, 4th base coming in for Vanya behind this Cuddlebear. Coming across with more Hellions. He's going to go into tanks. It's got +1 on the way. Got more BCs coming through as well. BC getting dangerously low. A lot of these queens having to use their transfuse. Got to play carefully here. And behind this, more CCs coming through for Cuddlebear. He does also have those factories up and running now, getting out all of those mech army units. He's got Corruptors on the wave on Vanya's side. Going into 5 more Corruptors. He's got Roaches coming through. Hellions, or excuse me, the Lynx. Trying to get a wraparound on the Hellions, but it doesn't look like he will just yet. The Roaches, though, going to push this back pretty well. And looks like he will eventually be able to clean out the Lings and get back for the time being. These Roaches giving chase. Corruptors are here as well. We'll be able to push back any of the BCs. The big question is, okay, so now Vanya sitting at a comfortable 10 Corruptors. There's only 1 BC out, so does Vanya just transform those all into Broodlords and just go ham? Or does he just do this, go into the Ravager tech and just start pushing in? Queens slowly making their way across the map. There are quite a few tanks here, but the Corrosive Bile is going to be able to eliminate most of these tanks. They are trying to spread out a little bit here, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The Hellbats in the back trying to eliminate whatever they can. The Corrosive Bile, or the corrosiveness from the Corruptors, going to be able to start raining on to the Oh my god. This totally eliminates that the CC and Cuddlebear in a lot of trouble. The BC's trying to go across the map and deal some kind of damage, but with everything here at Cuddlebear's base, it just doesn't seem like he's going to have enough to really do too much. Try to get into the Hellions, or the Hellbats. Queens galore. We got the Cyclones falling under pressure as well. The Queen's just able to transfuse everything. This is just not looking good for Cuddlebear. We've got more of the Corruptors coming across the map. But yeah, this just does not look good. Cuddlebear does have this base on the bottom that's transforming into a planetary fortress, but he doesn't have enough healing on it that if this does get into a big attack, I just don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to it. GG. Have it. Game number 2, gonna go to Vanya. Make it 2-0. You know, I really like what Cuddlebear's doing. He is trying to make things a little crazy, but unfortunately, just not working out. Getting scouted was really big there for Vanya as well. Yeah, interesting choice. We'll see what the players want to go for here in game number 3. That good stuff. God. Second guys, I apologize. So yeah. Game number 3 should be interesting. As we are. As we are getting into game number 3, getting switched over to the proper channels, we want to give a shout out to our first sponsor of today's series. It is of course 24-Hour Fitness. 24-Hour Fitness is working and committed to help gamers, helping people alike to be healthy, to be fit. They're offering a gym to make yourself into a healthier lifestyle. Obviously, 24-Hour Fitness in their name is, of course, open 24 hours. So whether you have a busy schedule where you're only open, or you're only available during the night, or you are available, or you are available during the day, they have whatever it takes to fit you. They have different classes. They offer tools, cardio equipment, and everything and the like to make sure that you can get fit, stay healthy, and continue to win. Not only win in StarCraft, but also win in life. So make sure, if you have the opportunity, take advantage of their free foot plans and everything, their own places, 436 locations. Get a free 7-day pass when you complete one of the Match Rio sponsor quests. Make sure you guys do that. Check them out. Become a better you. Thank you again, 24-Hour Fitness, for sponsoring today's event. Without further ado, let's go ahead, jump into game number 3. And of course, it's going to be World of Sleepers. Let's jump right into it. Alrighty guys, without further ado, in the bottom left hand corner of the map, playing as the green Terran places, he needs your energy, he needs your support, give it up. It is Cuddlebear. And in the top right, in the red, playing as the Zerg, give it up, it is Vanya. Alrighty. So, game number 3, coming here to World of Sleepers. What does Cuddlebear do this time? For the first time in this series, he is not going for a proxy Rax situation. He is going to go ahead, stay at home with that Rax and the gas. Does he go for a, like, Hellion Banshee style play? Does he want to go for maybe just a standard kind of like marine bio kind of play? Does he go into the mech once again? Definitely have to see. Vanya is going to be going into the hatchery. It's already got that spawning pool up and running, so gonna have the lings available for a counterattack if available. 6 lings on the way as we have the first Reaper about to be out for our Terran. Expansion gonna be coming out here for Cuddlebear as well. SCV gonna make its way across the map, looking to see what his opponent is doing. We'll actually scout that there is some lings that come in his way. Does he get worried that it's going to be some big aggression, some all-in coming out from Vanya? You know what? I don't know. He is going to go ahead and send the Reaper across the map, though. Interesting. Oh, no. Okay. He's just trying to intercept the lings. There it is. Okay. Alright, so links are going to be able to get potentially the SCV kill here of the SCV trying to build the CC. Does actually get it, just barely though. As we see Cuddlebear having to kind of sit back for the time being. A third base is going to be taken here from Vanya, as well as we do see speed now being researched from Vanya as well. Cuddlebear going into the Hellion play behind this. Does finally have that starport coming through as well. And it is going to be more Marines from Cuddlebear now. Reaper across the map, looking to get some damage done, but also just kind of scouting, seeing the situation here of, you know what is my opponent doing? You see that it is going to be mainly just drones coming out here from Vanya. He wants to get the worker count up, get the production going, so that way when he does go into this attack with the roaches that he's just throwing the roach warren down for, he's gonna have enough larvae, he's gonna have enough income to really kind of support that. So we'll see what he ends up doing here. Cuddlebear is gonna come in once again, just wants to see the timing of everything, you know, and see is there any drones transferring over, what is going on here. Like nothing just yet. You finally have a medevac out, going to go into a tech lab and barracks play from this. And kind of interested to see what he does with this. Okay, so he's going to go into a... I don't know if I like this. Okay, so I like that he's going into this Hellbat Marine style. This used to be an old, like... old Heart of the Swarm build. But we've seen it kind of resurge a little bit. Going into the Marines with the Hellbats, having the medevac to help heal. He hasn't dropped the Marines yet, which is really interesting. Looks like he just now will. There are roaches out now. The Hellbats trying to deal as much damage as possible. The Marines trying to come in here to help, but there's just a lot of roaches here. So trying to get on top of the Queen. We'll be able to potentially kill the Queen there. Oh, doesn't look like it will be able to happen. The roaches in high numbers at this point, and it is going to be a Banshee follow-up. It gets the kill with that medevac. 2 Hellbats in it as well. A little bit of a counterattack going on here. Vanya able to kill off a couple of units. Actually, more than a couple. You got like 9. And here comes more of an attack. More links flooding across the map. We've got the roaches starting their death march across the map, and Vanya looking to be in a pretty good position. Cuddlebear is got the Banshee play coming, but doesn't have enough here to fight against this. Gonna throw up the depots to try to hold this off as long as possible. Needs to get that second Banshee out. The tank is gonna hide in the back. Trying to survive as much as possible. Trying to pull the SCVs as well. Get on top of this. The Natural's still alive. We'll be able to take care of the Ravager. Should be able to clean this up, but so far just continuous aggression. coming out from Vanya. We'll get the supply block as well. And GG. Here we go. Game number 3. Gonna go to Vanya. Just unfortunately wasn't able to. Cuddlebear just wasn't able to get the damage done that he needed. Really good stuff from him there. I like that he did play a little bit more standard, but just unfortunately, when your opponent goes into the roach heavy attacks like that, you don't have enough to kind of counteract. That roach damage is so much. Especially when you're only going like Hellbat Marine medevac. Lose all of that. And he didn't really get much damage done. He got like a couple of lings and stuff like that, but overall, didn't get too much, fortunately. So, we will see what ends up happening here for game number 4. Of course, we're going to have to switch back over to the EU server. See how things play out. If you're Cuddlebear, you gotta be thinking, you know what kind of plays do I want to go for next? That looks like it's gonna be Winter's Gate. Yeah. On. There we go. Cool. So Wintergate gonna be the next map here. Should be good. I'm excited. You know, I need to see. Interested to see what Cuddlebear does. Winter's Gate, I think, is a good Terran map, and we'll see. You know, can he make something happen? I think. You know, he needs to play. Well, I guess he could play a little bit more defensively. But does Vanya being up 3-0 give him maybe a little bit to go ham? Just go a little crazy. Find out. Yeah, first map was Triton. Second map was Acropolis. Third map was World. Now it is on Winter's Gate. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, jump into the next game here, and let's see if Cuddlebear can make his comeback. There we go. Without further ado, in at the bottom, or excuse me, top left on Winter's Gate, it's the Terran player, Cuddlebear. And in the bottom right, in the red, playing as the Zerg pieces, give it up. It's Vanya. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. It's 3-0. Okay, so game number 4 here. What does Cuddlebear do? You know, we haven't seen him play a real standard game yet, as far as like what is considered standard. We've seen mainly just kind of these off-the-wall builds playing against Vanya, and I'd really like to see him go for, you know, I don't know, maybe some more standard stuff, but it seems like Vanya is able to kind of just shut things down in the early game so well, even after all the pressure and stuff coming through. So we'll see what ends up happening, as so far Cuddlebear just gonna go into a 1-Rax expand, looking to get the factory up here in just a moment. Behind this, it has been a pool first, followed up by that hatchery, and it looks like the queens, a couple of lings going to be coming out. Nothing too aggressive so far from Vanya. We should see a third base pretty quickly. Perhaps some roach play. Vanya seems to favor that. Doesn't really go for the bailing ling kind of style play too much anyway, so we'll see how things end up playing out here. Alrighty. Reaper is going to make its way across the map. Looking to get a little bit of pressure done. Not really able to get too much as the first queen does pop out. We'll scout and see that there is a third base here. And should kind of know the potential of what is to come. Ling speed is on the way. And yeah. I mean, Reaper's just trying to find a way in here. And see kind of what is going on. Queen's already in position up top as well. Will not let Cuddlebear get in. Behind this, we do finally have a couple of Hellions coming out. We see the starport building. Everything is right in the world now. Speed is about to finish up here now for Vanya, and that will limit the harassment potential here for Cuddlebear, as he does kind of realize that, and will back off, letting the Reaper heal up. He's got to be careful though, right? He's going to stay... This is actually really smart, okay? So he's going to stay kind of in the middle of the slow field, so that way he can get away from the lings, but venturing off from that, gonna lose that Reaper. No, very good job there. Actually gonna keep it with the Hellions. Yeah, I like this play. Alrighty, so behind this Liberator on the way, gonna look to do some damage in the main potentially, while these Hellions and the Reaper look to just kind of keep things distracted in the front. Potentially go for a run by, depending on how things go with the Liberator. He does have Stim on the way. He's got siege tanks and additional barracks on the way to get that bio production going. We'll see what if anything does Vanya do behind this. I mean, we already see layer tech coming. It's pretty much saturated on most of the bases, and for the time being here, the Hellions just, you know, being harassment, being as painful as possible. So we'll look and see. Villains again, just trying to distract in the front here. And we do have that Liberator finally making its way to the natural. Already though, there are Spore Crawlers up, so Liberator is not going to be able to get too much done. Doesn't even siege up, but I don't know. There are a couple of lings coming across. Already, yes. A-okay though. Roaches are already making their appearance as well. 9 more drones pop out behind this, and still have that. Okay. He accidentally sent the Liberator home. A little bit of misclicks there from Cuddlebear. Wasn't able to get the siege. Wasn't able to really get too much done from that. And already going to be a little late. Fortunately, Cuddlebear trying to find some way to get in here. Trying to distract or do something. Not able to just yet. We do actually see more Marines coming through. We've got the Medivacs on the way. There. Able to supply block for the time being here on Vanya, but automatically on supply block. And now the Marines making their way across. Got this big push coming across the map. Already though, the creep spread almost across the map. Just insane creep spread coming out here from Vanya. Cuddlebear is a little supply blocked at the moment. But will it even matter here? As we have the Marines coming through, there's quite a bit of roaches here. Tanks are going to siege up, trying to get on top of everything. Going through the slow inhibitors. This could be a mistake here from Cuddlebear. Try to get the cancel or the kill here onto this 4th base. We'll get the cancel. Gonna have to back up for the time being. Finally gonna get cleared up over here. The SCV though will fall. And now Cuddlebear slowly trying to push through. Crosabile will land on the tanks, taking those out. Nice scan, gonna be able to clear off some more of the creep. There's still a creep tomb over here where his tanks are, so he is able to at least see that. Come down one more time and try to clean up the rest of these tanks. Gonna have to pick up and move back here. And Cuddlebear in a lot of trouble as there's just too many queens, too many Ravagers. Gonna be looking to make their way across the map. Just like that, we do see actually Vanya putting up more of that creep spread, trying to get everything ready. Does Cuddlebear go into another drop behind this though? Right. Both players on +1 at this point. We do see finally some Marines trying to clear up some of the creep. It's looking to, you know what, push this back as much as possible. Does kind of force Vanya to come and pick it up, but able to get out, no problems. Yeah. Now Cuddlebear just trying to attack in multiple spots, really just trying to keep Vanya on his toes, but already just so many roaches on both sides. Looks like we're gonna have ourselves some roaches crawling in my skin. And there we go. Gonna get right on top of all of these tanks. The roaches are gonna be able to just crush everything. Here come the roaches, the Ravagers, and it looks like Cuddlebear in a lot of trouble. Gonna have to pick up the main base. We do have a nice little counterattack going over here to the 4th base of Vanya at the same time, but it doesn't look like Vanya really cares that much. Just going to go in, eliminate everything possible. Might even be able to get the cancel there onto the upgrades. Doesn't look like he's even going to worry about it. Tank on the high ground will pop up, and we'll eventually have to kind of clear that up. Does get the tank though pretty easily, and yeah, with the Liberators going to be able to get this 4th base is Cuddlebear, but Vanya actually gonna have to back up now. Army supply is in favor here of Vanya though, as we just see more and more roaches being made. Gonna go ahead and lower down those roaches. Does still have some scans available, but was Cuddlebear really paying attention? Doesn't look like he knows this. And the roaches gonna go into the main. You still see some damage being done. Looks like the Liberators still trying to deal some damage, still trying to harass and have some nice pressure in both the main and the natural, continuing to try to kill as many SCVs as possible. A counterattack though still coming down here from Cuddlebear, looking to get on this, but with the roaches and Ravagers should be able to clean up this main force of army. The Liberators eventually taken out here, and GG will be called as Vanya takes game number 4 here, and we'll move on to the last potential match there. So alrighty, GG's. Well, as we get into game number 5 here, give a shout out to our other sponsor. Get switched over of today's series, that of course is GameStop. GameStop has always been about bringing power to the player. Is want to help you become the best player you can be. Just like in traditional sports, your performance is greatly affected by the quality equipment you use to compete. Recently, GameStop has really started to try to, you know, put more to that with keyboards, with mice, even with different controllers, and really just trying to bring the best that you can get, and has really been making that possible. They really want you to do everything you are. So if you're looking to upgrade your equipment, bring more power to your game, go. Make sure you guys check them out. You can go to GameStop.com/high-performance to find, the top headsets, top everything that you need to make yourself better. Give yourself that little bit of an edge that you would need. So make sure you guys check them out. So game number 5 is going to be on Thunderbird. Players ready to go. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. Go. See how these players want to play it out. Vanya definitely needs to win every game from here. Cuddlebear needs to win every game from here if he does want to continue playing this out. If he wants to win this series, he needs to win everything here. Alrighty guys, without further ado, let's go ahead, jump in. It's game number 5. In the top left-hand corner of the map, playing as the red Zerg piece, let's give it up, is Vanya. And in the bottom right, in the green, it's the Terran player, Cuddlebear. Alrighty. Very interesting strat coming out here from Cuddlebear. Putting the barracks down on the bottom of that ramp there. Will allow him to take his bases a little bit easier, kind of block this off a little bit quicker, as well as can get very aggressive. You see it's going to be a 2 racks opening from Cuddlebear. Potentially could go into a 3rd racks, but with the refinery, just going to be 2 racks. Potentially into like a factory play, like we saw in game at number 2 now. So far, Vanya going to go into the hatch first, into pool. And, if you're Vanya, you're up 4-0. You're feeling pretty comfortable about yourself. Not worried about too much. And you're just kind of like, you know what? I can kind of be a little bit macro-oriented. If he does get crazy, if he gets cheeky, you know what? Maybe I lose a game. I still got, a few more games to go. So we'll see what he ends up going with here. We do have the SCV making its way across the map, looking to see, kind of what his opponent is doing. Does see that it is a hatch first play coming out, and we'll go ahead and return home. Vanya gonna go with the quick 3rd base. Very interesting. It's gonna be a proxy reaper play, or I guess you could. That's not really a proxy reaper because it's in his own base, but still gonna go with the mass reaper kind of style play, or at least a few reapers to say the least, and gonna put in some pressure here. Now I do like that because Vanya is going for the very early 3rd base. Didn't really have the money to get the speed right away, so speed is just now starting up for Vanya, which does give these Reapers a little bit more time to put pressure on, potentially get a few kills, and potentially, pull a little bit of an edge here for Cuddlebear. Second Queen has popped out, and it's going to come down here to help the Queen in the natural. And these Reapers looking to go in the main, to put a little bit of pressure. Still hasn't really been able to get but 1 kill, if that. I don't think he's been able to get a single kill just yet. Okay, he's gotten a Ling. It's just not looking real good. He does have more Reapers on the way. A couple of these Reapers are getting a little low, but good control with the mines. Doing a pretty good job here. Loses one of those Reapers, though. Not a very good start there. We'll see if he can keep this up. A couple of these queens are starting to get pretty low, but more and more of these queens coming out. Looking like it's going to get tougher and tougher here for Vanya, or excuse me, for Cuddlebear. That third hatchery is now done as well. And yeah, ooh, gets one of the queens. The other queen in the back getting a little low as well. Ling speed is done now. Trying to get a wraparound onto this army. If he can somehow shut this down, he's going to find himself in a good position. Let's pick up a few of these Reapers. And we'll actually force this back. And now there's enough Lings, there's enough Queens here to hold this off. And it looks like for the time being here, that might be exactly what Cuddlebear needs. Just needs to back off, get everything going. But it doesn't look like it's going to give him the chance as Vanya. Going to go across the map, automatically going to pull up on the depots, and here they come, trying to get aggressive, trying to do whatever they can. And the Reaper's gonna have to go home to defend. Now behind this, what does Vanya do? Looks like he's gonna go into the Evo chamber, potentially go either into roaches or maybe even go into like a bailing nest. We will have to wait and see here. But Vanya is split up. Just wants to make sure if there is some kind of play, able to get the wraparound. And it doesn't look like Vanya sees us just yet. The Reapers will come into the main. And does this pull the trigger of War Vanya? Vanya again trying to get the wraparound play here. Kind of setting this up as well. You see those links coming in and around from the back as well. And yeah, I mean there's a good amount of Reapers here now that, you know, he might have some trouble. And with the amount of Queens. Oh, yep, getting wrapped around. Oh no. Yep, try and do whatever he can, but losing all of those Reapers. GG. I like that. Vanya gonna take game number 5 there. Gonna take the series in spectacular fashion. Vanya just was not able to finish it out there. So GG's. Alrighty. Here we go. GG's. Really good plays from both sides. Vanya just showing how good he's been, how good he's been getting. Just able to hold back all of that that aggression. And the like. Guys, thank you again so much. Make sure if you guys haven't already, use that Match Arena code APS130 at 50 cents. And without further ado, guys, I thank you. Appreciate you. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Nuclear missile ready.